Auburn and Georgia. The Deep South's oldest rivalry continues. Last week, the Bulldogs escaped Missouri with a dramatic win, but lost their top national ranking.
Touchdown, finally!
Hey, we win in the fourth.
A slight setback for the returning national champs.
Georgia down to number 2.
Today, they face a desperate Tiger team.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown!
But familiarity breeds contempt. A rejuvenated Dog team takes their vengeance on Auburn in their 127th meeting.
It's Go Dawgs. It's War Eagle, the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
When your back is against the wall, you show no fear at all. It's Revival versus Survival. Auburn versus Georgia. Next. Oh, the build-up has been everything you can expect for Stetson Bennett and the rest of the Georgia Bulldogs. Brian Harsin, the head coach of Auburn, now he has been under the spotlight, to say the least, and he knows that his team is going to be spotlighted even more today at Sanford Stadium. More than 90,000 on hand this afternoon. The Home Depot is here on CBS. It's Auburn against number 2, Georgia. Hey everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with Rick Neuheisel. We'll hear from Sherry Burris and also Gene Steratore in just a little bit. All right, Rick, put your thumbprint on this game for us.
Well, there's nothing, almost nothing quite as sacred as a Saturday in the South. I promise you, this Georgia home crowd has been looking forward to this. This is the oldest rivalry in the South, the 127th meeting we're going to get to take part in today. This is going to be a lot of fun.
And the guy that will ignite things for the Georgia Bulldogs, Stetson Bennett, how about what he has done here?
Well, he's a rags to riches story. A former walk-on, now being talked about as a Heisman Trophy candidate. You can see his numbers. He's close to 70% as a passer. He's got over 300 yards a game throwing the ball, but maybe they're leaning a little heavy that way.
Their advantage.
Well, it is a rocking crowd. In fact, you're going to hear an explosion as the Bulldogs take the field here this afternoon to take on the Auburn Tigers. They're 5-0 and 2-0 in the SEC. They have not lost here in Georgia to Auburn since 2005. You want atmosphere? We got atmosphere here in Athens. Come on back.
Snap to David Green. There he goes in the corner again, and we jump up. Touchdown! Oh, God, a touchdown!
Low snap. Cox picks it up. Looks, fires downfield. Wide open. A Ramashu at the 35-30, 25-20. There goes Devin. There goes Devin. All the way. There it is. Place. Kick. Up. And then it's good!
Oh, my gosh! Oh, my goodness! Oh, no! Talk about a Hail Mary.
Well, the Deep South's oldest rivalry has had an awful lot over its 126 different games. Georgia leads the all-time series, 62 wins. They've won a lot recently, 16 of the last 21 games. The first SEC game to go into overtime, Georgia won that one back in 1996. Stetson Bennett loves this rivalry. He's talked about it all week long. He's trying to get his team focused on playing Georgia football. Auburn will get the football first. The Deep South's oldest rivalry is underway, and Auburn will get the ball to start things off.
Kirby.
Well, now time for Papa John's starting lineups.
To get the first down.
It is a first down up to the 35-yard line. He gets it to Bigsby again. Bigsby is met behind the line of scrimmage and snuffed out almost immediately.
If Brian Harsin could have his way, he would be able to run the ball on first down all day long.
Roseby Jack Saint is on the near side wearing number 1. Bennett throws to his left from McConkey, and McConkey's got a first down to the 44-yard line. DJ James in on the tackle.
Get a shorter third down, and they've been left in a lot of third and long situations.
For Georgia, just 21 yards on the first 2 possessions. They hand the ball off. Robinson breaks a few tackles and gets out toward the first down marker. Zion Puckett made the tackle for Auburn. Edwards, he also can catch the ball out of the backfield.
He was great in that final drive against Missouri.
And they give it to him. He's got the first down and more. Inside Auburn territory, lowers his shoulder and gets to the 35, and the pile is moved down to the 30-yard line.
You hear this crowd? You see that offensive line go down and finish the job?
On second down, Bennett. Oh, there's the big old tight end, Darnell Washington. He is a load. And he gets close to another first down at the 21-yard line. But Lesney, he has not missed inside 50 yards this year. This will be a 47-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hole. Kick is on its way. End over end. Doesn't have enough, and it is no good. To the left, he hooked it with 2:18 to play here in the first quarter. Remains in the game in the backfield, along with Ashford. Three receivers to the near side. Ashford, it's going to be a quarterback keep, so that's the conservative run. And he did get a few yards. Got up to the 34-yard line. Not much else. I think you asked Brian Harsin, is it still kind of like training camp with Ashford?
Yeah,
and he said
remember
yes.
spring ball, it was Zach Calzada and TJ Finley getting the reps. Right. This young guy's just trying to learn on the run.
No, we got a fake punt. And they stopped him. It was Samuel Schenker who took the direct snap, and he didn't get enough. Georgia was there prepared. It was Lightsey who made the tackle, and that is a gutsy call.
Great play by E.J. Lightsey, the young linebacker.
By South Carolina, and then Kent State, they also did it.
When you play the role of, big bad bully on the block, you're expecting these kind of things.
Breaking tackles is Kenny McIntosh, and McIntosh down to the 27-yard line. Puckett makes the tackle.
This is going to have to be a big-time sudden change effort by this defense, because you're a little demoralized. You gave up your field position. You're being asked to go out there and stop Georgia again. This is where leadership's going to be key.
College football, but Auburn has held Georgia scoreless today. They'd only been tied for 11:43 last week against Missouri, so 15 minutes already today.
Listen, this is exactly what you wanted when you came in here, us against them. Now you've got to have your defense really rise up and see if they can hold them to at least 3.
Yeah, second down and short. Bowers in motion behind the line of scrimmage. They hand the ball off to Milton, and Milton goes right up the middle, has a first down, and gets down to the 23-yard line. They're tied for 99th in the last 4 games in the red zone. McConkey's in motion. They hand the ball off. Edwards. He bounces to the outside, and Edwards gets down close to the 10-yard line. Oh, he's still on his feet, and he gets to the 5. He keeps his feet moving. More yards for the Bulldogs.
Nothing gets this crowd juiced than the infantry arriving. Oh, look for 19 right over here to be the guy.
Yeah, he's in motion now in the backfield. They may hand it off to him. Nope, they pitch it. Running to his left and to the goal line. Kenny McIntosh into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Beautiful scheme here. They know there's a Where's Waldo going on that defense as to where 19 is. They move him into the kind of offset fullback position. He gets enough of the edge defender to get McIntosh into the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, he found Simpson and cleared him out, and once he did that, McIntosh was in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Just so you know. So here we go. We flash back to 1983. Look at the locks on Rick.
I miss my hair.
You and me both.
No, Charlie. No, not again.
Why didn't you track him down?
I was under a pile of dogs. That's what I was. After midnight. It happened the next day, I can tell you that.
Second down and 12. Playing with UGA 4 on your shoes. Ashford drops back to pass. Just dumps it off underneath, and it is nearly intercepted. Boy, they're lucky. Hunter could not corral it. He bobbled it and went off the shoulder pads of somebody else.
And obviously, when you escape away from the half field, you're left with nothing.
Oh, now 4th down, and they'll punt yet again. Chapman will punt it to McConkey. McConkey is going to try to return this one. He makes one man miss. He's got some daylight, and he's going to spin his way inside Auburn territory, sidewinding his way inside the 35.
This is a great return The edge defender of the punt coverage unit ends up missing. McConkey makes him miss the tackle, and once he gets around the edge, they build the wall for him.
Is in the backfield for Georgia.
Quick strike time. Look for a chunk opportunity.
That's McConkey in motion. They give it to Robinson, running to his left. Robinson inside the 20 along the sidelines. Lowers his shoulder. He gets down inside the 10. Puckett knocked him out of bounds. How about the running game for Georgia in this second quarter?
This is an unbelievable job up front. It's the gap scheme again. They've got the kick out, they've got the lead through, and young Mr. Robinson is taking advantage. Their opportunity just to assert your will. There's the sugar huddle.
Yep. Bowers in motion. Lines up as the offset fullback. They give it to Edwards, and Edwards into the end zone. Second straight score for the Bulldogs, up 13-0.
I am so impressed with Dajon Edwards' vision and his power in the freight.
Yeah, Edwards and Robinson in particular. Robinson, the freshman. They hand the ball off to Bigsby, and Bigsby trying to get something going. Nothing really there. He gets 2 yards. Hunter in the game. He'll break the huddle out of the backfields. See Ashford's total yards today, 88.
Tight ends to the field, wide receivers to the boundary.
Ashford, pressure's coming. He breaks loose. He fumbled the football. It's recovered by Georgia. He was loose with the ball last week. He had 4 fumbles. He lost 1. Loeb comes out of the pile with the football.
He got the north and south part right. Now secure the football. You think coaching's hard, Tom?
Wow. Both coaching staffs talked about it. That's an open field fumble. Nobody hit him. Georgia's ball. Bigsby's in the backfield. They need to get to the 24 for a first down. Their average yard to gain on third down is 9. He fumbles the snap, and Auburn's able to fall on top of it. Zierer was able to track it down and get it out of bounds.
You've got a 4th string center. The 4th guy playing that position. You've got a freshman quarterback, and they're struggling right now in hostile territory.
5-yard line of Auburn. And for Chapman, he is punting from the back of his end zone. He gets a good punt off. And McConkey goes all the way back and fields it at the 36-yard line. He's making a few men miss. Man, he has got some moves, doesn't he? And he's up to the 46-yard line. He made a lot out of that one.
As they try to put themselves in position to score again.
Podlesny's long for his career is 53 yards. That was a few years ago. Bennett looking to throw, looking long, far side of the field, has Bowers, and he overthrew him. Brock Bowers had gotten free. Puckett was in on the coverage.
Stetson Bennett wants this one back. When you get a guy this wide open, you can see Bowers at the top of your screen. He's going to run what we call a slot fade. When you get the guy this wide open, you just got to put a little more air underneath the ball, Tom.
Said I watched a couple games last year and thought, he's got some pretty good moves. On second down and 10. He'll throw to the middle of the field. He throws it up for Bowers, deflected, incomplete. He did tell us that that's the kind of throw that he trusts Bowers to go up and get.
That was definitely a confidence throw.
It's third down. Bennett looking to throw again. Comes to the near side of the field. His pass is caught. Blaylock. Nope, they say incomplete. He had it, and then when he went out of bounds, it jarred loose. It'll be 4th down. Bigsby in the backfield. 4-man defensive front for Georgia. They get it to Bigsby, and Bigsby has the first down as he's thrown out of bounds. That was Ryan Davis who made the tackle. Kirby Smart was in the area too. Can't credit him though.
Communication between Ashford and the sideline.
He sets up in the pocket, pressure's coming, he steps up, and he's going to run into the open field, and he slides close toward the 45-yard line. With 2 seconds left, he asks for a timeout.
Now you can heave one to the end zone. This is a Hail Mary opportunity right here. Fusion in this lineup here.
Yeah, now they have trips.
Now they're trying to get them lined up to the field, which is the right thing to do. Plenty of time on the clock, so it's not an urgent matter. Just cleanup.
And Ashford setting up in the pocket. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete, and that will be it. Bear Alexander got his hand on it. That's appropriate. He got his paw up there and knocked it away. That's the end of the first half with the score Georgia 14, Auburn nothing. For Sherry's halftime interview with Coach Smart, go to Twitter at SEC on CBS. We now send you Adam Zucker in our New York studio for the Geico halftime report.
Down efficiency for this Auburn defense. They were fantastic in the first half. Georgia only 1 of 6. Big down right here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 7. Bennett drops back to pass. Sets up in the pocket. It's collapsing. And he's wrapped up and taken down. He lost the football. Auburn recovers. Out of the pile comes Colby Wooden. He was in the backfield from the get-go.
You talk about a big play. An opportunity to get your own short field. What has been a nightmare offensively to get a short field here. This is just a fantastic job by Jeff Schmedding's defense, corralling the quarterback, keeping him in the pocket. Watch this strip right here, coming from behind, punching the ball out. Colby Wooden getting the ball. Huge, huge change of momentum here in front of the Georgia crowd.
So first sack of the day. Give Bragg the credit for the sack. Give Wooden this credit for the strip on 2nd down. Ashford to Bigsby again. Not much there. Slowed in the backfield by Logue.
This is where now Brian Harsin and Eric Kisa have to be on the same page. Are we in 4 down or are we in 3 down? We're 2 scores behind. Early in the 4th quarter, points are important. They haven't scored in the last 2 games in the 2nd half, but 3 points isn't probably going to get it done.
1 for their last 7 on 3rd downs. Facing a 3rd down and 5. It's getting louder here at Sanford Stadium. Ashford, pressure's coming. Trying to get away. Trying to run away. And he runs out of bounds to the 13-yard line, and he gets stopped by the hedges. He's shy of the 1st down. Javon Dumas-Johnson was chasing him.
We have seen this movie before. Flush from the pocket, having to escape to his outside. Athletic enough to get there, but doesn't keep his eyes down the field. Here comes the field goal team.
Just couldn't get to that 1st down marker. So Anders Carlson will be on for the field goal attempts. It'll be a 29-yarder. Oscar Chapman is the holder. He's 5 of 7 on field goals. Good snap, good hole. Kick is on its way, and it is good. So Auburn is on the board. They cash in on the turnover by the Bulldogs. The strip, the recovery, and then eventually the field goal. It's 14-3. Bulldogs on top of the Tigers. It'll be 1st down for the 19-yard line. Bennett off the play fake. They like to have him roll, and they get it to Darnell Washington, and the big tight end rumbles out of bounds at the 37-yard line. He is a tough matchup. Bennett takes the low snap, and he throws to the near side. There's a flag. McConkey has it, and he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And let's wait and see who the penalty is against.
Offsides on defense.
So 1st down for the 43-yard line. 1st and 13. McConkey in motion. They pitch it to him. McConkey, this is a pass play, and he's going to get a 1st down. And they do this so well here at Georgia. Out to the slot. So there's Rosemy, Jack Saint. Bennett to throw again. Nope, he's going to run it. This is what he does well also. And he falls forward inside the 20. They'll mark him right at the 20-yard line.
This is that experience that we're talking about. A guy playing in his 5th year. He's looking down the field. He's going to fall his back. But now, most importantly, he's going to protect himself. Get down. Don't take the hit.
Gets it off to McIntosh. He's slowed in the backfield, but keeps his feet moving. And he's going to get down inside the 15-yard line to the 13, maybe more. It is down to the 10.
Nothing fires up this Georgia crowd more than mall ball. This is absolutely beautiful. He pull away, which is the telltale sign for the official.
Edwards to the end zone, and he's in, walking in.
What a great answer drive by the Dogs. Turnover on that opening drive. Say, hey, let's get together with the defending national champs. Exclamation point.
Well, they said they wanted to get better in the red zone. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns.
And all moving the ball with the ground game. Maul ball. That goes back to the youth.
6th false start penalty of the day. It's 1st and 15. The pitch goes to Hunter. Hunter gets to the 35, and that's it. And let's remind everybody that Robbie Ashford is an excellent athlete. Right. He's got great speed. Played baseball at Oregon before he transferred to Auburn. But he's the 3rd quarterback this year. TJ Finley's out with a shoulder injury.
He got, exactly. He got 3rd-team reps in spring ball. He got 3rd-team reps in most of training camp. Personal foul against him.
7th play of the drive. They give it to Bigsby. Over the block of his left tackle. There's not much there. He got maybe 2. It'll be 3rd down and long. Ringo,
Eric Keyshaw.
Johnson. 3rd down and 8. Pistol formation. And they'll just hand it off. And Bigsby's nothing there. Nolan Smith, the senior, was in the backfield before the ball was even handed off.
This is why this guy's an All-American defender, Nolan Smith. The leader of last year's defense and the leader of this year's defense. The vocal leader.
3. Jimmy's getting the best shots of Uga today. We got the GoPro. Look at Uga. I want to know what this thing is in front of me. All right, let's take a look at our Aflac trivia question answer. All right, Rick, what do you think? I know we gave some hints earlier today, but the question is, what year was the highest scoring game in Auburn, Georgia history?
It has to have been that 1996 thriller, right?
Yes, it was.
56-49?
56-49, 4 overtime game, which was also
the other trivia question, which was the first SEC overtime game.
Oh, there we go. Got too close to Uga. And there's Bowers with the reception. And Bowers powers his way to the 44. Can on the sidelines. He would have won a stuffed animal. Instead, he's got a 3rd down.
All right.
Third down and 10. Pressure's coming. He throws it away. Incomplete. I don't know if it got back. That was in the vicinity, though, of the receiver.
He had Tank Bigsby there. Again, his instincts are showing here. He's that young. He's wanting to bail for a sideline. His eyes are coming down. Young guy growing up right before our eyes, guys.
Rankings. His team moved from number 1 to number 2 after last week's tough win against Missouri. He said, I know that they realize what's going on. They all have social media, but I don't bring it up because if I bring it up, then it becomes important. His team has 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Bennett keeping himself. Runs it right up the middle. Bennett inside Auburn territory. Bennett inside 25. He may be able to go inside the 5. Touchdown, Georgia.
Oh, my. Rags to riches indeed.
53rd career touchdown, the 7th most in program history. 64 yards for Stetson Bennett.
The walk-on wasn't walking there. He was running.
Big time.
Holy smokes.
It's the longest career run for Stetson Bennett. Now he's got to catch his breath as he holds for the kicker.
I've been there, usually running away, going the other way before the hold, but he'll be fine. He can't wait to get to that sideline.
He's looking around wondering, man, I've got all this room to roam. 64 yards, and the Bulldogs are in control. 3 Georgia on top of Auburn with 14:49 to play here in the 4th quarter. Along with Rick Neuheisel, I'm Tom McCarthy. It's been a gorgeous day for football here in Athens, and it's starting to wear a little bit on Auburn, it seems.
Yeah, the defense was valiant. I mean, they played valiantly for Auburn, and it feels like the dam is starting to break because they've been out there for so long, and the offense has just struggled. We've got a young quarterback that doesn't know the whole playbook. They're trying to give him plays. He's been terrific at times, but unfortunately just not enough to go with him right now. And this is going to get one-sided if we don't find a way to make a big drive this time by Auburn.
Georgia will kick it off. Hunter's back deep to receive. We'll let this one go over his head and into the end zone. Let's take a look at the GMC game changer. And it's essentially been the running of the Georgia Bulldogs here this afternoon.
Yeah, they've imposed their will. Over 200 yards now rushing with that big run by Stetson Bennett the fourth. But just a real good job up front, especially after a week where they were wondering if they were a little out of balance, throwing the ball too much. They have gone back to their old ways and proven they can do it just as effectively.
He still catching his breath on the sidelines, getting some oxygen. Ashford will lead this team back onto the field, down 28-3. You see the rushing yards today for Georgia, 209. That'll bring their rankings to a better spot. Little screen to Shanker, and Shanker is snuffed out almost immediately by Jamon Dumas Johnson. Well, Ugg's made his way out of his doghouse. All right, so the series note, first 105 meetings, Auburn led with 51 wins. Scoring margin, Georgia +5. Last 21 meetings, mentioned this before, Georgia's won 16 of 21. The scoring margin is +221. That's a swing right there.
You can't underestimate, you can't undervalue what Georgia has done under Kirby Smart since his arrival in 2015. I mean, it is remarkable the depth of this program, the quality of the football player in this program. It's really fun to watch, and they deserve all the credit they get.
Yeah, throughout the course of this week, he showed the team clips of previous Auburn-Georgia matchups so they understood how important this rivalry was. Bennett on first down, throws to the middle, pass is complete. Blaylock has it, and Blaylock is inside Auburn territory. Plenty of time on the play clock. They give it to Edwards, and Edwards, well, they're just getting chunk yards now, Coach. I mean, they're just getting big-time yards with each play they have.
We talked about two games going on in every football game, the one in the trenches and the one on the scoreboard. The one on the trenches is starting to wear on the guys with the white jerseys. They've been out there a long time. They haven't gotten a lot of support from the other side of the ball, and you can just feel this is starting to push in their direction. Just like you feel the rope in a tug-of-war start pulling. Yep. That's what's happening here.
Washington in motion, the tight end. The pitch goes to Edwards, and Edwards trying to find a block. Not much is there. He still was able to get a couple yards. 12:48 to play. Marquise Burks knocks him out of bounds.
It feels like they're building something.
Yeah, he does. Third down and 9. Bennett steps up, throws, and it's complete. Bowers. And Bowers dives forward. J.D. Rhyme was in on the coverage.
You know, when your hybrid tight end is able to beat a DB one-on-one, saying something.
Yeah, gain of 12. They loft it toward the end zone for McConkey, and there's a flag in. I think the flag is that Derek Hall may not have gotten onside for Auburn.
I think you're right.
Outside defense, number 29, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Another opportunity for Stetson Bennett to see that and get a ball into the end zone because it's free. Bennett. One of them is when you stare in a little adversity, you keep fighting.
They move an offensive lineman in motion. Bennett hands the ball off to Edwards. Edwards to his right. Edwards toward the goal line, and Edwards is in. Touchdown, Georgia. It's 34-3.
When we talk about tight ends at Georgia, we're talking about unicorns. Well, now they put in a guy, end up playing tight end, that is enormous.
Yeah, the tie that binds. On first down, they give it to Hunter. Not much is there, and Hunter is stopped. That's Bullard.
Unfortunately for Auburn, this game has kind of been decided, so don't be surprised if Brian Harsin, Eric Keesaw and company decide to go back to let's get better for next week.
Right. After the incompletion, it's second down and 10. Shanker's in motion. Pass is complete to Hunter out of the backfield, and Hunter has a first down. Breaks a tackle and 2 into the open field, inside the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown Auburn.
What I love about college football is there is no quit. 18 to 22-year-old kids are going to go fight, scratch, and claw, and this is what, and we've talked about this, right? Ashford is better when throwing to his tight ends and his back. He's comfortable. When you look at the targets and the amount of completions, everywhere else it's been abysmal, but here's Jarquez Hunter making a huge play.
So now 3rd and 3. See Stetson Bennett, last 10 attempts, 7 of 10. On 3rd down, Delp is with the reception for a first down.
Oscar Delp getting a little time here with the score being what it is. And you look out there, if you put a 19 on him, he'd look the same, wouldn't he?
Absolutely. #1 recruit, they say.
Oh, my goodness. Sandwich.
That's childhood back then. They used to have the greatest breakfast sandwiches to go along with the greatest sandwiches overall. The pass is complete to the outside.
Okay, here's another perfect example of an experienced quarterback. This is what we call a corner fire. You're going to see the guy coming off the edge, and then he just pulls the ball out, throws it to the receiver, who does what we call a now, goes to where the vacated place is and steal the 10 yards.
Yeah, it's the freshman Dylan Bell. How big are these minutes for guys like Dylan Bell and Delp and people like that?
Well, this is, everybody comes out of the locker room meeting somebody. And when you come out of the locker room and have 2 catches, and everybody's talking about watching you play, it's a blast for everybody involved.
And there, Delp again, and Delp is spun inside the 25.
And that's why they're throwing the ball here. This is not to rub it in the noses of Auburn. They're trying to get touches for all these high caliber recruits that have inner circles that are saying, hey, you could get the ball more here, you could get the ball more there. They want to get these guys some chances so they've got a little, puffed up chest when they leave the locker room today and feel good about being a Georgia Bulldog.
Godey is in for the first time. Been a big part of today's game. Auburn with 10 penalties. Bennett has Delp wide open. He's got a first down, so he got the yards back.
What's the term? An embarrassment of riches?
Big time riches. 4 for 4 today. They were 7 for 7 against Oregon, but other than that, they
all of those really pounding the ball too.
Yeah. They shoveled it off to Robinson, and Robinson along the sidelines powers his way to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia.
More maul ball.
15 yards. 5 for 5 inside the red zone. It's 41-10 Georgia.
I want you to watch big number 70 Warren McClendon. Watch it. He gets his block. Now watch him come follow, and he's going to dive in the end zone as if he's going to score. Baby Warren. Another social town.
It's a great weekend town for college football. There's Robinson again on 3rd down. Robinson trying to get to that first down marker, and Robinson does get to the first down marker. He's right at it. He might be a hair shy. We'll see how they spot it. .265 yards on the ground for Georgia. It's the freshman Robinson in the backfield. Carson Beck, the quarterback. They hand it off to Robinson. He runs to his right. He's got the first down and more. He's inside Auburn territory. He's inside the 40-yard line. He's inside the 30-yard line before he's eventually taken out of bounds. Inside the Auburn 30. Donovan Kaufman made the tackle.
When you're going in 4th down and short yardage, everybody pinches the inside gap, which often creates an edge, an opportunity to break things outside. You can see that's exactly what happened. Just another example of great running with the pads low. It's been a clinic for Georgia running backs.
Yeah, it's today. A gain of 30 yards. That leaves him 2 yards shy of 100 for the game. And now it's victory formation for the Bulldogs on 1st and 10 as the clock winds.
2 yards short of 300.
He's 2 yards short.
Oh, he's 2 yards short. Where are they? They have to be close.
They're 5 yards short of 300.
Gotcha. Why would I ever correct the great Tom McCarthy?
1 minute to play.
Hanging my head in shame.
Well, we got to the other storyline on that one, though, too.
Go get a new coach. There's no need to do that. This is a program in a building phase. Let this guy finish his job. If you make the decision at season's end, so be it. Yeah. But otherwise, hang in there.
Well, Georgia has won its 6th consecutive portion of the Deep South's oldest rivalry. They win it today in commanding second-half fashion by a final score of 42-10. Stetson Bennett, 22 of 32, 208 yards. He also had 64 yards on the ground, and he's down on the field with Sherry.